Good morning, thank you for joining me. I hope everybody's well. I'm just looking at my roots and thinking that I really must do something about them. I feel like we're not quite straight, but never mind. Perhaps I don't know, are we straight? It says we're straight, but it doesn't look straight to me, so that's very odd. Anyway, I am here today with a get ready with me, trying out some new bits and pieces, which I'm going to share with you, and also using some old favourites. Now, if you are a beauty fan of any kind, you will know that Sephora has recently come to the UK, Sephora being the big American beauty retailer, I guess. At the moment it's only online, but that's exciting enough to give it a try, and I have a little Sephora haul here to show you some bits, try out some bits as I get ready for the day, and just generally do a bit of makeup, have a bit of a beauty chat as I get ready, and yeah, let's get into it, shall we? Now, I was not as excited about Sephora being available in the UK in terms of all the brands they carry, as I feel like a lot of the brands that we couldn't get maybe 5 or 10 years ago here in the UK, we can now get, which is easier to get them. But Sephora's own brand stuff is lovely, and we couldn't get that. So being able to get our hands on that is quite exciting. And I feel like a lot of their own brand stuff is really good value for money. Perhaps more so than the more high-end brands. So let me just get it all out, and then I can, oh, whoops-a-daisy, show you what I bought. Actually, I'm going to show you as I get ready. If I'm sounding a little bit disorganised this morning, it's because it's just barely past 8 o'clock. I've kicked Ashley out of the bedroom. Got a plumber coming to fix my heating today. Yes, the heating is still not working. Yes, it's getting very irritating. It was so cold last night. Anyway, I digress. That's another subject. But yes, plumber coming to fix the heating. And I also forgot that this week is the week that my cleaner comes early rather than at 11, so she's coming as well. So I needed to get this filmed because it's got to publish tomorrow. It was due to publish tomorrow, and I needed to get this filmed early. So let me just get into this. I'm going to put some clips into my hair while I do the basics and get my face on, and I'm going to whiz you in, which I always hate doing because frankly it's terrifying. God, that is not a good look at all. Right, I'm starting with an oldie but a goodie. It's this Revolution primer. It is the glow something or other. I've got my glasses so I can tell you prices of stuff when I get to the haul. But I'm starting with the Revolution Glow primer. I love this one. I am very close to the end of it, so I'm having to scrape it out with the plunger because there's only a teeny tiny bit left in here. This, if you like a little bit of fragrance in your skin products, this smells of pineapple and is quite delicious, and it's also got an SPF 25 in it. It's also really good value for money, and it's got a slight tackiness which I find holds my makeup quite well throughout the day. As I'm putting my makeup on fairly early this morning, I will need it to last through the day. Right, primer's on. Next thing, anyone who's watched these videos before will know this is my Maybelline Anti-Age Eraser. Got a little sponge tip on the top. And sorry, I just needed to make the camera focus back on me. I'm just moving my face back into the centre. So I just pop a little bit of that into those dark inside. I've got quite deep set eyes, and those dark parts there. Little sponge there. Don't really have bags under my eyes as such, but I do have very dark shadows just in this sort of inner corner, so I like to try and lighten that up a little bit. Now, I do not have a mirror. I'm going to have to move you in a little bit further because I'm going to have to use you as a mirror. Right, that's brightened that area up a little bit. Now, for foundation, I've got this Dior, I think it's Forever something or other. Forever Natural Nude. I really like this. I bought this as a little treat to myself when I was up in Bristol with my best friend for our birthday trip in August. We always do a trip away. I think I've mentioned that before, for our birthdays, rather than buying each other a present, because spending time together is a nice thing to do, isn't it? Still use this Revolution foundation brush, which is frankly the best foundation brush ever. I think it's about £12, and I've got 2 backups as well. Yeah, so I treated myself to this Dior foundation. I'd seen Angie from Hot and Flashy, if you watch her, using this foundation, and it looked absolutely fabulous on her. Don't be wanting that to happen. Bear with. Sorry about that. That was the builder giving me an update on my door handle. I'm just using a mirror because my eyesight, frankly, honestly, I only had new glasses. Was it beginning of this year? I feel like I need new glasses again. God, the joys of getting old, honestly. But yeah, I feel like my eyesight has really deteriorated. So I've got a mirror here that I'm sort of looking down into, but I really like this foundation. It's not quite as high coverage as the foundations that I have been using, my Sephora, which I really love, but it just gives a really nice finish. I feel like it gives a bit of a slightly sort of youthful glow, a little bit. We all need a little bit of a youthful glow, don't we? Right, next I'm going to use this NYX. I don't know what this is called actually. And that's upside down, isn't it? It's the Wonder Stick, the NYX Wonder Stick, and it's a, you can see I haven't used that end, that's the highlighter stick. This is the contour stick, and I like to run this just down each side of my nose, like that, just to give the illusion of a slightly thinner nose. Do you think your nose gets fatter as you get older? Because I do. Then I'm just going to tap that in a little bit, just to blend it a little bit with the same sponge that I use for my under eyes, like so. Right, time for powder. I got TikToked into buying this Velvet Powder Puff, which I'm on. It doesn't do the same for me as it does for all the TikTokers, let me tell you. I'm just using a loose powder. This is the Skin Food Peach Powder, but any loose translucent powder will do. Now you get your pointy bit and you tip that into there, or tap it into there, and then I tap it off on the back of my hand, so I haven't got too much, but I really like to set under my, if I don't set under my eyes with a loose powder, I find that my mascara travels down my face as the day goes on, so I really do like to set that. This powder is good. It does not settle into my fine lines, craters more like, and it gives quite a nice velvety finish, whether that is, I mean the powder's good anyway, I've used the powder for a long time, but I quite like the powder puff. I think it was, I'll link it below anyway, but I think it was 13 quid for 2 or something like that. Right, then powder the rest of my face. Still using this Laura Mercier, I think it's, sorry, I'm having focusing problems. There we are, Laura Mercier, and it's the Candle Glow Sheer Perfecting Powder. It's got a little bit of a glow about it. It looks like that, and I use it with a big fluffy brush. Just go into it like that, and then I sweep that all over my face, concentrating really on the bits that are likely to get more shiny as the day goes on. But again, this combined with the Dior foundation, I feel make a really nice sort of gentle glow to the skin, just make everything look a bit more, I don't want to say youthful, but healthy. Let's say healthy, that's a good word, isn't it? Sorry, just push that back again. Right, that's powder done. Right, I'm now going to do my brows. I'm still using this Boots 17. Remember I tried all the new Boots 17 products back in the summer, and I really liked this. Unfortunately, cheap packaging falls apart, doesn't it? You've got the powder in one side, the cream in the other, and I tend to, I'm using that sort of circular brush that looks like that, and I tend to, I can't do this that far away, I need to use my mirror, but I do have microbladed brows, and I don't usually have to fill them in. However, they've been due to be topped up for about 6 months, and I always have them done by a lady who lives close to my mum. And obviously I'm not up there all the time, and she's not always available when I am up there, so we've been trying to coordinate a date for about 6 months, and unfortunately she's just gone back to, or changed jobs and gone back to full-time work rather than doing the eyebrows anymore. So I'm going to have to find someone locally to do them. So that's something on my list for today, actually. I need to sort that out. But I just use a mixture of the two and then just fill in the bits that I feel need to be filled in. Right, that brings us on to my first product in my Sephora haul, which is this. This was from their Christmas range. Let me tell you what it was called. Bear with. God, my glasses are filthy. I don't know if you can see that. It is the Sephora Collection. No, it's not. It's the Sephora Collection 5-colour multi-use colour wand in Wishing You, it's called. And it's for only $14.99. Look at the packaging. Christmassy packaging. It's part of their Christmas gift range. And I thought this was a really good little idea. It's 5 products. They're all stacked in different shades. You've got a bronzy one, a highlightery one, and some blush sort of ones. And I think I might be able to use these for my face and my eyes. That is my plan anyway, because I thought $14.99 for a whole face full of stuff, including eyes, is not bad, is it? So I'm going to start with the bronze, which is this one. That's what it looks like. Let me just swatch that. That is quite a dark bronze for me. So I have had a quick swatch before I started this video, and it does blend out quite nicely. So I'm going to go in. That is the brush I would use for bronzer. It's a slightly flattened, fluffy brush. And I'm going to go in with quite a light hand and just push this up here a bit more so you can see how I do my bronzer. I tend to start under my cheekbones and then go up to my forehead, along my temple, and then under the jawline. So, can't see. God, that's terrifying, isn't it? So that just adds a little bit of dimension back into the face after you've sort of flattened it all with the foundation and the powder. I actually quite like that. That's come up quite nicely. It's a little bit dark on that side maybe. I'm doing this in natural daylight, and the daylight is very in and out. We've got some blue skies, some sun, a lot of wind and rain, which you might even be able to hear. But I like that. I think that's quite a nice shade. Okay, I'm now going to do some blusher, and we've got 3 options for blusher in here. We've got this top one, which looks like that, which is sort of a tawny sort of nude colour, I guess. Then we've got this pinky one, which I think is really nice, which is a bit brighter. And then down on the bottom, we've got, they all feel super lovely and soft, by the way. That sort of darker one, that's a really nice autumn colour, isn't it? I'm going to go for the middle one, which is that pinky colour. Okay, I've got a fluffy brush, and I'm going to go for that pinky blush. Just a little bit on there, I don't want to overdo it. And the way I've started doing my blush is I smile like that. So the apples of my cheek, I like my blush to be quite high up. And I feel like if I do that, and then where your apples of your cheeks go up to, and I'm going up the temples a little bit with my blush as well. Oh, that's pretty. Yes, I like that. Now, when you've got your blush on, if you feel like it's too much, wait until you've done your eyes, because sometimes the eyes will balance everything out and it won't look so stark on your face. So that is my tip for that. Right, now it's time for eyes. I'm going to pop some eye primer on. I think I'm going to pop some eye primer on. I am going to pop some eye primer on. And then while it dries, I will talk to you about some of the other things I bought. I won't be able to link the eye primer because it's a very old Revolution one, and it's been, I liked it a lot, so I bought 3 and then they stopped making it. And this is my last tube, so I'm on the hunt for a new eye primer after this. Now, one of the things I love about the Sephora own brand is their masks. They do some brilliant masks, and I've tried a lip mask from them before. This was one of the things I bought. Their masks, they're all beautifully packaged, and I feel like they made really nice stocking fillers. So I got this lip mask. It's a cherry lip mask, it says on the front of it, and their lip masks are lovely. Their face masks are also lovely, so well worth. I think they had some gift sets with masks in as well in their Christmas department, so worth having a look at if you've got someone to buy for who loves a bit of pampering. They also sent me 2 samples. We've got this Borean Skin Hero Bare Skin Perfector 7 Days Transformation. So I'll let you know if that works. And we've got some Blur Jam by Huda Beauty. That is, what is it? I don't even know what it is. It's like a primer, I think. Silicone-free smoothing primer. Yeah, so that'd be interesting to try. I also bought a body scrub. I've almost finished my current body scrub, which was absolutely lovely. It was a Fresh branded one, but very expensive. So I thought I'd try this one. It's the Sephora Brown Sugar Body Scrub. Thought somebody was coming in then. Sephora Brown Sugar Body Scrub. That smells delicious. So I'm looking forward to trying that one. Okay. Can't remember where I was because Ashley's just come in and interrupted me. I think that's another couple of things to show you. We're going to go back to the eyes, and I'm using the colours again from the little 5 stack. Now, I'm going to start... Sorry, I've got something in my eye now. This is what you get for filming last minute. Unfortunately, I've got very busy few weeks. And today I am filming last minute and things go wrong, don't they? Right, I'm going to go with this sort of medium shade and get some of it on a fluffy brush like that. And it's sort of a flattish, fluffy brush. And I'm going to link in the description box a set of eye brushes that I have from Amazon, which are absolutely brilliant. They're really good value for money. And they're fabulous. I've had them for about 3 or 4 years. This one actually isn't one of them, but most of the ones I'm using today are, and highly recommend. This is very pigmented, but if you tap it off or blow the excess off, it is just perfect. I'm just going above the crease area just to give my eyes a little bit of definition there with that colour. And then I'm just going to take a bigger, fluffier brush like that and just blur the edges a little bit so there's no hard edges, just sort of blend that in. Sorry, I'm doing it again with the makeup palette, aren't I? I'll never be a beauty YouTuber, that's for damn sure. Right, going to move on to the lid, and I'm going to use this highlighter, which is, looks like that. It's lovely, it's got a real glow about it. I like something shimmery on my eyelid. Perceived Wisdom, all those people who make all those videos saying what you should do after, what you should wear after you're 50, how you should do your makeup after you're 50, how you should do this. I hate that. Anybody who tells me what I should do, I just can't be dealing with it. And they do say that you shouldn't wear shimmer on your eyelids after 50, but I don't care because I like a bit of shimmer on my eyelids. Right, I'm going in with this flat brush and, sorry, nearly did it again. That's going to go from the inside of the eyelid about 2/3 of the way across with that. and that really lightens up your eyelid. I feel like that really opens up the eye and makes you look less tired, and just again it gives you that sort of healthy, nice glow. This is what I thought this product would be. Perfect for face and also for eyes. It's an all-in-one, which is very good. Right, I'm going to go back to that first colour now that I was using on my eyes, and I'm just going to use a slightly smaller brush to shape the outer corner of my eye a little bit, just to put a little bit of darkness in there. That's darkened that up quite nicely. It's coming off very pink on camera. It actually looks less pink in real life. Now I'm going to go to the bronzer and just use the same brush just to darken that very outer bit up a little bit more. So I'm going to dip my finger back into this highlighter and just blur that line between where I've joined them together, and then I'm going to go over it with that same fluffy brush just to blur it a little bit more, just so that again there's no harsh lines there. Then I'm going to blend out the top bit again. You don't want it to be going down, so if you put a finger along your eye like that towards the end of your eyebrow, you don't want anything below at that finger level, because everything droops as we get older, and we don't want it to droop, do we? We want it to look upwards and open and nice. Right, I feel like that was pretty good. I'm just going to line under my eye. You don't have to line under your eye. I'm going to go back to the first colour we used and dip this little squat semicircular brush into that, tap it off on the tissue, and then go under about the outer half of my eye. That looks okay. Right, let's stack all of these back up on top of each other. I'm quite impressed with that little stack. Right, I'm going to go off camera, put some mascara on, and I'm just going to line under my upper waterline with black powder eyeshadow. Then I will be back. Okay, mascara done. Doesn't mascara make a massive difference? It really does. Right, the final few products I wanted to show you from Sephora that I bought. Bear with, God, my glasses are filthy. I think I've already said that. I wanted to try this, which is the Smoothing Acids Papaya Face Mask. And it's got fruit, it's a smoothing peel mask with fruit acids, and it's got papaya in it. It smells absolutely delicious, so I'm looking forward to trying that. And then I bought a couple of lip products. I got this, do you remember in my recent favourites video, I showed you this lip combo and said how much I was enjoying it. It's the matte lipstick with the gloss over the top. So I decided to try this, which is a matte lip blush in the shade. I cannot see the shade. I cannot see the shade. Oh, Pillowfight. This was $10.99. Let me do this. A doe foot applicator as well, which I really like. It's a little bit brighter than I was expecting this, so that's what it looks like. I feel like that's not a great shade. Let me put it on and show you. Actually, I really like that. It wasn't nearly as bright as I was expecting it to be from the swatch that I did last night. So happy with that. Feels really nice on my lips as well. I'm sure it's going to dry down, but that's okay because I have this little duo. This again was in the Christmas range, and this is the Sephora collection set of 2 outrageous intense lip plumpers. Now I did fancy a lip plumper, and the fact you get 2 in here, this was $14.99 for the 2. Love the packaging of these. They look very glitzy. They've got a nice feel to them. One is sort of fairly clear. That is in, it's got a bit of a glow to it, the thing on the top. Can you see the glow in there? And then this one's got a little bit more colour and a little bit of, not glitter, but a bit of sheen. That was the one that I was intending to try today, over the top of this. It hasn't completely dried down, but for the sake of speed, I will pop this on the top now. That actually feels really nice. It's very comfortable feeling with the gloss on the top. I don't like a gloss that is glittery or shiny, but I do like a gloss that makes me feel I've got something on my lips that isn't dry, because I do have dry lips. So that is the finished look. I'm quite pleased with that. I feel like that's come out really nice. I highly recommend, where's it gone? This little brick stack, let's call it a stack. I think that's brilliant for $14.99. As you saw, I got whole face out of it. You've got highlight if you want to do highlight on your cheeks as well. I didn't do it today, but if you want to do highlight on your cheeks, you've got that. You've got bronze, a choice of blush, highlighter, and a whole eye look out of it as well. So really quite impressed with that. Yeah, $14.99, well spent. The mascara I used today is my current favourite one, which is this Maybelline, I think it's Maybelline Sky High Intense. Let me just scooch you back out so you can see it from slightly further away, not so terrifying. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little haul, makeup, get ready with me thing. Thank you very much for watching. Any questions, leave them in the comments and I will endeavour to respond. As I said, I will link everything down there in the description box that I have used today, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.